Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, in Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Now Wilson. And incomplete to open things up. And here's the starting offensive unit for Seattle.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
I'm coming after you.
He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So mark off the yardage for roughing the passer.
And I've seen this before. On a screen pass, not only are you rushing the passer, you're rushing him deeper than normal. And I think a little frustration kicks in at the end. You're going to hit him anyway when you shouldn't.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything, so it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. On first down, it's Carson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Well, look now at our starting defense. They're just below the cut line for top half of the league, 17th in the NFL against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better, because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. It's the Mississippi State product at quarterback. Calling the shots will be Dak Prescott. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And on this offensive unit, your thoughts on Travis Frederick?
He's a quarterback's best friend, sets all the line calls, and blocks so aggressively.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. This is how the defense will line up for Seattle. They come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So that one will be accepted. Now a give, right side. Carson, and he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson, this one into the hands of Metcalf. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. This one finding the hands of Brandon Powell. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, it's Penny. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was all capped off by the Chris Carson touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Prescott on first down. Safarian Jenkins has it. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. And now it looks like we've got a Cowboy shaken up down there on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Elliott. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25. From the 25 on 2nd down, Prescott had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Prescott. And he fires one but incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Butker's kick here is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Gary Jennings, 76 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
Here we go. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A second down throw for Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On first down, Wilson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it's going to be second down. On second down now, it's Carson. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On third down, Wilson.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And a big play there on second down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Seahawks on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever. Throwing is Wilson. Leaves it for Penny. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now Elliott.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there. Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Well, let's gaze our attention as the offense takes the field on Rashad Penny. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now this throw caught left side. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then it curls back inside for the completion.
Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Ball start, offense.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Wilson, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A 71-yard punt return. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they hit the ball and kick it right to him.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them right now, not a done deal. So they are holding down one of the final wild card spots. And with 2 weeks to go, there are others kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And imagine what...
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Draw play, Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's 2 really good stops in a row, back-to-back tackles for losses. I mean, let's face it, they are locked into what they're doing offensively, and now they've earned the right to rush the pass.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this away as he'll wisely, I'd say, angle this to the sideline. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They were looking Jennings' way again, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. On 2nd down, Elliott pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Here's Prescott. That one complete to Elliott. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. He gets it to Brown, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Prescott now. And that's Elliott, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To the air again, Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the 2nd, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the 2nd quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready.
Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his
pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
But maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. He's thrown for close to 200 yards already, and that's helped propel his guys into the lead. As we send you back to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. He finds Ursua. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
56 to my point, 56. Check 56. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On second down, it's Carson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch 54. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
This is Carson. Powers through. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 21.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
I got you. I got you. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Wilson will throw again. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Now it's Carson. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Now it's Wilson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. Myers' kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Shedding the tackler, that gives him some room. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Prescott from the gun. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So 2 disastrous running plays, and now they face a 3rd and very long. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will close the gap down to 14. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Chris Carson trotting back out there. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Draw play. This is Carson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Tyrone Crawford in on the tackle. From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Right there, 54 Mike. Watch the flag,
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson, he's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
Get him, boys. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And this is going to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air comment.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
I'll bet you as they ran out there for that play, the head coach either on his headset or he pulled him aside and told the special teams coordinator, whatever block you've got, pull it out of the bag right now. We need a spark.
When you could just feel it on their sideline, the air just kind of out of the balloon. Now maybe you're right, a spark, a little bit of hope.
That's when the special teams coordinator who works on this ad nauseum, I'm talking about morning, noon, and night, He tried to figure out, okay, where's my best opportunity? Which one do I have? And he pulled the right one and got his team going and hopefully back into the game.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 33 yards that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
He's coming.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Single.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 29-yard line.
It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Let's go.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
From the red zone now, Prescott. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. Coverage there by Von Bell. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
It's now 4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
A 31-yard attempt.
And Butker able to put this one through. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Arlington, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Cowboys on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They go to Elliott again. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, Carson. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Carson. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. On 3rd down, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now Wilson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Wilson, and Jennings has it. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. On 2nd down, here's Penny. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Carson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his third field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. They'll throw again. Prescott. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll run with Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. That one complete to Elliott.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Lael Collins of LSU is the guilty party. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now Prescott.
I remember throughout my career here in defense.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Cedric Wilson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Everyone's got 4 down.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And remember, he had one blocked earlier. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Seahawks, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles.